So hello everybody, I hope you guys are absolutely safe and fine. Welcome to my channel FitCart Official. People who are new to this channel, I request you all to quickly hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss out on my future videos. And for those people who have already watched my previous video, they know our today's topic of discussion. And yes, today we are going to be talking about fat loss, the scientific way of losing fat. So without any further delays, let's start with today's video. Before I directly jump into telling you guys the scientific way of losing fat, I'll have to define a few terms so that we all are on the same page. So let's start by talking about macronutrients. So there are three macronutrients we consume every day in our daily diet. That's protein, carbs, and fats. Fats are an essential part of a well-balanced diet, and they are also vital for maintaining a healthy body. And let's get one thing straight over here. Eating fat is not going to make you fat. In fact, you are more likely to put on weight by the blood sugar and insulin spike caused due to having sweet treats. So the next term that we'll be discussing is calories. What are calories? Calorie is nothing but the measurement of energy. Each type of macronutrient that we consume consists of a specific amount of calories. Fat contains the most amount of calories per gram, which means it gives you an abundance of energy when you consume fat. Most of the athletes are always on a high fat diet due to the same reason, because fat gives you a lot of energy. So the reason we get into the problem of gaining weight is because we don't adequately use the energy that is provided by the food we consume every day. So as we all know now that fat is an essential part of a well-balanced diet, let's discuss how to optimize fat loss. So recently we have seen a rise in HIIT style exercises, or you can say high intense interval training type of exercises, which is a great variation to your workout regime. But when it comes to fat loss, nothing beats low intensity and high duration style exercises, or you can say endurance training. See, high intensity training is definitely going to help you burn calories, lose fat, lose weight. However, one important thing to be noticed here is it won't use fat as the primary fuel to give you energy. So how do we target fat energy? In order to make use of fat as fuel, our body must enter the state of fat oxidation. So the best way to lose fat through exercises is to do low intense workouts. Doing high intense workouts for a really short time is going to make use of glycogen as fuel. Now glycogen is provided by carbohydrates. Since fat loss is our target, we need to lower the intensity and do a longer duration of exercises so that we can target on our fat. I said earlier in this video that fats are an essential part of our diets, but now you all guys might be having one doubt. Which particular fat to consume, because there are multiple types of fat available in the market. I'll be discussing three types of fat here. The first one is unsaturated fat, which is considered to be good fat. Second one is saturated fat, which can be had in moderation in our diets. And the third one is called trans fat, which is considered to be bad or unhealthy type of fat. Now it is the trans fat that is present in most of our diets, and trans fat is what promotes obesity and other related illnesses. Since our goal is to lose fat, we must restrict our diet to only unsaturated fats. Now unsaturated fats are found in avocado oil, olive oil, and other nuts and seeds. Studies have shown that diets that contain high amount of unsaturated fats, by high I mean 40 to 50% of the daily calorie intake, if that comes from unsaturated fat, then the chances of fat loss increases. This fat loss is achieved due to greater fat oxidation. And in contrast, diets high in saturated fats promotes weight gain and also increases the risk of heart diseases. Saturated fats are mainly found in animal protein sources. Red meat and processed meats are a great source of protein, but while considering protein from animal meat, I would personally recommend you guys to consume either chicken, turkey, or fish. One important point to be noted here is saturated fats are also essential in one's diet. Trans fat, on the other hand, is considered to be the most unhealthy type of fat that could be consumed in a diet. Try to stay away from this type of fat. Trans fat is present in canned food, baked food, fried food, etc. So far in this video, we have discussed what kind of workout or what kind of exercise needs to be followed in order to achieve fat loss, and we have also discussed different types of fats. Now, the most important thing that needs to be discussed is what kind of diet needs to be followed in order to achieve your goal of losing fat. The answer is a calorie deficit diet. The most trusted and the scientific way of losing fat is to follow a calorie deficit diet. On a fundamental level, in order to lose fat, one must eat in calorie deficit. And in order to maintain a calorie deficit, we must first calculate our energy demands. For every person, this particular value is going to be different, and now I'll be showing you how this can be done. Simply type calorie calculator in the Google search bar and enter the first website. I'll be sharing the link of this website in the description box below the video. Once you enter this website, just quickly enter all these details like age, gender, height, weight, and your activity level and press the calculate button. Make sure that all your answers are accurate. So my activity level, that's fine. I exercise 4 to 5 times in a week. So I'll just hit the calculate button. So guys, this is my result. So in order for me to maintain my weight of 75 kgs, I need to consume 2450 calories per day. In order to achieve 0.25 kg weight loss, I need to consume 2200 calories per day. In order to achieve a fat loss of half a kg, I need to consume 1950 calories per day. And the last option, which says extreme weight loss, that is 1 kg per week, which I would personally not recommend to anyone, but someone of my age, my gender and my height, if that person needs to lose 1 kg per week, then that person needs to consume 1450 calories per day. See guys, fat loss is also a goal that should occur over time. Rapid weight loss may sound appealing, but it could be more harmful than do good for you. Maintaining a calorie deficit of about 20% will enable you to continue exercising without feeling tired and also promote fat loss. So I would personally recommend the third option of 0.5 kg per week. So once you calculate for yourself, I would recommend you guys to follow the third option, which says weight loss of 0.5 kg per week. Next important tip here in order to lose fat is to have a high frequency of small meals throughout the day. So recently there's a rise in high fat diets that promote 1 or 2 large meals throughout the day. The effects of these diets are very short term. In order to achieve long-term effects with your fat loss goals, the answer is to have small frequent meals throughout the day. Eating 4 to 5 meals a day, balanced in nutrition and with the emphasis of consuming more fat in the form of unsaturated sources leads to greater fat loss results. My last and the most underrated tip to achieve fat loss is sleeping more. Now sleeping is the factor that determines your success in achieving fat loss. The benefits of sleeping more are: promote weight loss and fat loss, increase energy for each workout, it decreases your recovery time, and also the regulation of testosterone. That brings us to the end of today's topic. If you enjoyed watching the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week with another interesting topic.